Have you ever wondered what would happen if every lie you ever told was suddenly exposed for the world to see? Marcus found the Inkwell at an estate sale in late October. The elderly woman who owned it had been a novelist, famous in the 1950s for Gothic romances that critics called too dark, too honest. The Inkwell sat among her possessions like a relic from another age. Crystal glass, ornate silver fittings, and ink so black it seemed to absorb light itself. The price tag read $5. Marcus was a freelance journalist struggling to make rent. He told himself he bought it as a conversation piece, something to dress up his cramped apartment during video calls with editors. But the truth, the real truth, was that he hoped some of that dead novelist's talent might rub off on him. He placed it on his desk that evening, next to his laptop. The ink inside gleamed like oil, thick and viscous. When he unscrewed the cap, no scent emerged, just a faint coldness as if he had opened a window in winter. His girlfriend Jenna came over that night. They had been together for 3 years, comfortable and predictable. She asked him about his day, and he lied. He told her the article he was working on was going well, when in reality his editor had rejected his latest pitch. It was a small lie, meaningless really, but as the words left his mouth, the Inkwell began to write. Marcus watched in frozen horror as his fountain pen, which he had left beside the Inkwell, lifted itself. The nib dipped into the black ink. Then, on the notepad next to his laptop, the pen began to scratch out words in elegant script. Marcus told Jenna his article was progressing well. The truth is that his editor rejected his pitch this morning. He fears he is not talented enough. He fears Jenna will leave him if she discovers he is failing. Jenna leaned over his shoulder to look at his screen. She saw the notepad. Her face went pale, then red. Marcus tried to explain, to laugh it off as a joke, some kind of prank, but the words were there in his own handwriting or something close enough to it. Jenna left without saying goodbye. She did not answer his calls that night. He should have thrown the Inkwell away then. He should have smashed it against the wall and swept up the pieces. But Marcus was a journalist, and journalists are curious creatures. He needed to understand what he was dealing with. The next morning he called his brother. They talked about their mother's upcoming birthday. His brother mentioned he would be visiting with his wife and kids. Marcus said he was looking forward to seeing everyone. Another lie. Marcus had been avoiding family gatherings for months. The pen moved again. Marcus dreads seeing his family. He envies his brother's success. He resents the comparison their mother always makes between them. He wishes he were the favorite son. Marcus hung up quickly, but not before his brother asked in a strange, tight voice if Marcus had said something. The line went dead. The Inkwell sat on his desk, innocent and beautiful. Marcus stared at it for a long time. Then he did what any rational person would do. He tested it. He invited his friend Derek over. Derek was a gym trainer, perpetually positive, always posting inspirational quotes on social media. Derek arrived smiling as always and asked Marcus how he was doing. Marcus said he was great. A lie, the pen wrote. Marcus is not great, he is terrified and alone. Then Derek spoke. He said his new training program was revolutionary, that clients were seeing incredible results. The pen moved again, faster now, as if eager. Derek's training program is copied from online sources. His clients see no unusual results. He inflates his success on social media to attract more business. He is drowning in debt and fears exposure as a fraud. Derek's eyes fell on the notepad. He read the words. His smile cracked like old paint. He left without speaking, his hands shaking. Marcus realized then the true horror of what he possessed. The Inkwell did not discriminate. It exposed every lie told in its presence, no matter who spoke it. And once exposed, those truths could not be taken back. He tried to hide it in a drawer, but lies have a way of finding us, even when we try to avoid them. His landlord came by to discuss the rent. She said she understood times were tough, that she could be flexible. The pen found paper. It always found paper. The landlord plans to evict Marcus next month. She has already found a new tenant willing to pay more. Her sympathy is performance. The eviction notice arrived 3 days later. Marcus stopped having visitors. He stopped answering his phone, but the Inkwell's power extended beyond his apartment. He discovered this when he attended a work meeting at a coffee shop, desperate to salvage his career. His editor was there, along with 2 other journalists. They discussed a major investigative piece. His editor praised everyone's contributions, saying they were all equally valuable to the project. Marcus had brought his laptop bag. The Inkwell was inside. He had been too afraid to leave it alone in his apartment, terrified of what it might do unsupervised. A napkin on the table began to darken with ink, as if invisible fingers were writing on it. The editor values Marcus least. She plans to remove him from the byline. She considers him a liability. His editor saw the napkin. Her face went white. The meeting ended abruptly. Marcus was removed from the project that afternoon. He researched the Inkwell's previous owner obsessively. The novelist had died alone, estranged from everyone she had ever known. Her final novel, unpublished, was titled The Price of Truth. In interviews from the 1960s, she spoke about a gift she had received, something that showed her the world as it really was. She said it was the worst thing that had ever happened to her. Marcus tried to destroy the Inkwell. He threw it against the wall. It did not break. He tried to pour out the ink. It would not empty. He buried it in a dumpster 3 blocks away. It was back on his desk the next morning. Jenna came by one final time to collect her things. She said she wanted closure, that she needed to understand why he had lied to her about so many things. Marcus tried to explain about the Inkwell, about its curse. She did not believe him. She said he was making excuses, that he had always been a liar. The pen began to write, Jenna speaks the truth. Marcus has always been a liar. But the deepest lie is one he has never spoken aloud. Marcus does not love Jenna. He never has. He stays with her because he is afraid of being alone. He uses her as proof that he is normal, that he is capable of love. The truth is that Marcus is incapable of genuine connection. He views people as tools, as means to an end. This is why he became a journalist. Not to expose truth, but to control narratives, to control people. Jenna read the words. Then she looked at Marcus with something beyond anger, something like pity. After she left, Marcus sat at his desk for a long time. The Inkwell gleamed in the lamplight. He understood now. The Inkwell did not just reveal lies, it revealed the truth beneath the truth. The foundational dishonesty upon which we build our lives. He picked up the fountain pen. His hand moved without conscious thought, dipping the nib into that black, endless ink. He began to write. The words flowed like confession, like blood from a wound. Every lie he had ever told, every truth he had ever hidden. The page filled, then another, then another. They found Marcus 3 days later still writing. His hand moved across page after page of truth, unable to stop. The Inkwell sat before him, no longer gleaming. It was empty now. Marcus had become its ink.